brigands killed in the Yanping Rebellion. Even as we looked, there came a sudden roar of musketry, and a cloud of smoke drifted up from the barracks right below us. Then a rattling fusillade of shots. We could see soldiers running along the walls, firing at men below, and often in our direction. Bullets hummed in the air like angry bees, and we rushed for cover.
It is difficult to imagine a life of greater dreariness and vacuity than that of the average Chinese woman. Owing to her bound feet and resultant helplessness, if she is not obliged to work, she rarely stirs from the narrow confinement of her courtyard, and perhaps in her entire life she may not go a mile from the house to which she was brought as a bride. But without a doubt, the crowning evil which attends a woman's condition in China is foot-binding, and nothing can be offered in extenuation of this abominable custom.
Harry suddenly turned to me and said, "Roy, let's go into the lair. There's just one chance in 1,000 that we may get a shot." In we went, crawling on our hands and knees up the narrow passage. Every few feet we passed side branches, in any one of which the tiger might easily have been lying in wait and could have killed us as we passed. It was a foolhardy thing to do, and I am free to admit that I was scared.
In Lichang, the people are mostly tribesmen, Mosos, Lolos, Tibetans, and many others. The girls wear their hair bobbed off in front and with a long plait in back. They wash their hair once on their wedding day, and then it is wrapped up in turbans for the rest of their lives. The Tibetan women dress their hair in dozens of tiny braids, but I don't believe there's any authority that they ever wash it or themselves either. A Chinese bride returning to her mother's home at New Year's. It is customary for brides to revisit their mother's house at New Year's. On our way to Yongchang, and for several days after leaving the city, we were continually passing young women mounted on mules or horses and accompanied by servants returning to their homes. When she goes to her mother's home, she goes on a strictly business basis. She takes with her a quantity of sewing for her husband's family, which the wife's family must help her get through. In regions where visits of this sort are frequent and where there are many daughters in a family, their constant raids on the old home are a source of perpetual terror to the whole family and a serious tax on the common resources.
Cheek gun used by one of our hunters. The hunters, mad with excitement, dashed up the hill and down into the stream bed. When I arrived, the goral lay on a grassy ledge. Yvette returned with me to photograph the animal and watch the ceremonies which I knew would be performed. One of the natives cut a leafy branch, placed the goral upon it, and at the first cut chanted a prayer. Then, laying several leaves one upon the other, he sliced off the tip of the heart, wrapped it carefully in the leaves, and placed it in a nearby tree as an offering to the god of the hunt.